Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am starting this look, actually both looks will use the same sort of foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer sort of combination. I'm starting them both off with e.l.f.'s relatively new foundation palette. I took the lightest shade and an angled kabuki foundation brush and applied that in my under eye area. Then I took the next two deepest shades and mixed them together to make my perfect skin tone and blended that throughout the rest. Up next is concealer, and no, it is not e.l.f., but it is the one I have been reaching for. It's Urban Decay's Naked Skin Concealer, and the way I like to apply that is to dab it directly on the areas where I want to apply the product, and then I'll go in with a flat-topped kabuki brush to blend it all out. And then you might not be able to tell because it is so blurry, but I'm using e.l.f.'s Studio Perfect Finish HD powder to set all of that with. Here I'm using the puff that comes with it, but I actually recommend sort of a fluffier all-over powder brush. This is not as new from e.l.f., but I'm going in with the Essential Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe to fill and shape my brows. Moving on to the rest of the face, I'm going in with e.l.f.'s Studio Contour Palette, going into the deepest shade there with sort of a tapered, fluffy face brush, and using that to apply that deepest shade to the hollows of my cheekbones. Then I go into the light cream shade here, same contour brush, and I'll use that to apply a matte highlight to the tops of my cheekbones. This is not my favorite highlight, but for the sake of demonstration, I wanted to use it here so you could really see the contrast between the dark and light shades in this palette. On to blush. This is nothing new from the brand, but it is a great blush. It's the Studio Baked blush in the shade Passion Pink, and I'm using a duo fiber brush to apply that to the apples of my cheeks and sweep it back along the tops of my cheekbones. So that concludes the face for both of these eye looks. I will also be using the same eye base. This is the NYC City Proof eye base, and I'm just applying that directly to my lid, and then I use my finger to blend that out. The first look I'm creating here is a matte, somewhat smoky one, and I'm working on the crease first, going in with a fluffy crease brush and a mid-tone taupe color and sweeping that throughout the socket. Next, using a more tapered eye brush, I'm going into a somewhat deeper, warmer matte brown and running that through the outer corner of my eye socket, as well as running it along my lower lash line to add some super subtle definition. For a little brow bone and inner corner highlight, I'm going in with a flat shader brush and the lightest cream shade in this palette and patting that, naturally, in my inner corner and on my brow bone. Using that same flat shader, things are getting a little smoky up in here, and I'm reaching for a somewhat deeper matte gray shade and patting that all over the moving part of my eyelid. Next, using a somewhat deeper, more plum tone brown, I'm applying that to the outer corner to really add some serious smokiness and more depth to the look. And then to finish the eyes off, I'm going in with Covergirl's The Supersizer Mascara and giving my lashes a few good coats of that. Last are the lips, and this is e.l.f.'s Studio Gotta Glow Lip Tint. There's only one shade of it. It goes on relatively sheer, has a balmy finish, but then it'll slowly develop into a pink that will be a little bit different for everyone. I just find it complements this deep, dark, smoky look really, really nicely. Moving on to the next look, this one uses my favorite palette that e.l.f. has recently released. It's the Studio Party Ready eyeshadow palette, and I'm first going in with the lightest highlight shade on a flat shader brush. This particular shade is especially gorgeous because it goes on this frosty white but has a beautiful gold iridescence. Still using that same flat shader brush as before, I'm going in with the shimmery bronze shade from the palette and patting that all over the majority of my eyelid, taking care to leave the outer third pretty much blank. I'm also applying it to my lower lash line as well. Now we start playing with some of the more fun shades. I'm going in with this gorgeous pinky violet and patting that all over the portion of my eyelid that I left blank and blend that into the shimmery copper that I just laid down, both on my upper and lower lash line. And then I go in with the purple and a somewhat smaller detailed brush and pat that in the outer corner. Last up, I went in with a smaller tapered brush and the shimmery black in that palette, and I used that to smoke that purple out even more. Just use a little bit of it though, because I still want to keep that same purple look to blend in with that lighter purple leaning pink from before. And last, once again, is mascara. Given my lashes a few good coats of that, and the eye look is complete. To finish the entire look off, I'm using a new shade in the matte lip color line. It's called Dash of Pink, and that is everything you need to complete both of these looks. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!